Good morning, all. I am Rajitha, working as an Assistant Professor of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science Department in SNS College of Engineering. Today, let me going to see about professional ethics subject. Let's move on to the subtopic: variety of moral issues. Moral issues refers to ethical dilemmas, challenges, or decision that requires individuals or society to decide what is right, just, or fair. These issues arise in many aspects of life, from personal interaction to public policies. The way these issues are handled often reflect cultural, religious, and philosophical values, which can vary greatly across different societies. Healthcare is a field that frequently presents more challenges as decisions often have life altering consequences. Key ethical issues in healthcare include microethics and macroethics. Environmental issues offer rises moral questions about our responsibility toward the planet, future generation, and non-human animals. Key topics include the moral responsibility of nations and individuals to compound. Climate change involves issues of justice as developing countries often bear the brunt of the consequences despite having contributed less to carbon emissions. The debate also include whether we are obligated to protect the environment for future generation. The moral treatment of animal, particularly in industrial farming, is a key issue. While some argue that animal are sentient beings with rights, others believe the economic and cultural practices justice the use of animals for food and research. The question of how to balance environmental conservation with economic growth is another significant moral issue. Can we justify sacrificing part of the natural world for economic development on the greater good of society? Social justice encompasses fairness in terms of resource, opportunity, and right. Major moral issues in the area include racism and other forms of discrimination continue to be pervasive moral issues. Efforts to combat systematic inequalities through affirmative action, policies for equity, and anti discrimination law are highly debated. Gender roles and equality are central moral issues questions about the rights of women and people ability to express their gender identity freely continue to shape discussion on morality. The growing wealth gap and issues of poverty, creative moral dilemmas about the redistribution of wealth. Do wealthy nations or individuals have a moral obligation to suffering of the poor? The moral questions of whether countries have a responsibility to welcome refuge and migrant involve debates about national sovereignty, human rights, and the ethical treatment of individuals seeking safety and better opportunity. The rise of technology bring numerous ethical challenges, particularly related to privacy, autonomy, and human rights. The increasing role of AI in society, especially in the workplace, raises more questions about job displacement, privacy, and the ethical use of AI in decision making. What responsibility do creator of AI have to ensure their creation do not harm society? The widespread use of surveillance technology raises more issues about privacy. Government and corporations track and collect vast amount of personal data. How much surveillance is acceptable in the name of security, and at what point does it violate personal freedoms? Then social media platform transformed the way people communicate, but they also present ethical challenges related to misinformation, privacy, and the spread of hate speech. The moral responsibility of social media companies in regulating content is a pressing issues. The increasing dependency on digital technologies raises concern about addiction, particularly among young people. The moral dilemma is whether companies are exploiting addictive behavior for profit. The world of business presents numerous moral challenges related to fairness, honesty, and corporate responsibility. Corporate social responsibility. Companies often face the question of whether they have an ethical obligation to consider the welfare of society, not just their shareholders. This includes paying fair wages, reducing environmental impact, and engaging in ethical business practices. From sweet shops to unfair wages, the exploitation of workers in low income countries raises significant moral concern. It is ethical for company to profit from labor that violates basic human rights. Moral issues are integral to human society, affecting every aspect of life, from personal decision to international policies. These issues often involve competitive values, rights, and responsibility, making them complex and multifaceted. By examining these issues from various perspectives, we can better understand the ethical foundation of society and work towards solutions that reflect fairness, justice, and respect for all individuals. Thank you.